Okay, so I'm going to film this while I do this. I might forget some of it, but... Okay, so the Greek philosophers, and I'll be looking down while I do this, so, because I'm making my food. This is the morning process. So the Greek philosophers, like all these guys, all these hip cats back in the day, a lot of them believed that there was essentially two ways to live if you were a person. You were a person who focused on desiring things or always striving to have fun things happen in your life. Whether it was eating tasty food, drinking wine, going on adventures. Pretty much you were living for excitement. Your whole life was about, being happy, not making many sacrifices or making sacrifices just to do things that were thrilling, fun. So essentially your life was lived to be happy. Now, and then these Greek philosophers, they also believe that another way to live is to try to achieve excellence in everything that you do. And through being an excellent human or trying to achieve excellence, you would find meaning in life, because you wouldn't be chasing happiness. You wouldn't be chasing the next fun thing or the next hit. You would be more centered, and you would be more focused on what really matters. And what really matters is by living to just be the best version of yourself. Now, there's a lot of people in my life that chase happiness. They always want to, be doing something fun or, going on these adventures or whatever the case may be, or they desire all these things. They need to buy things. They need to have fun, all this other stuff. Now, when I spend time with these people, what I'm starting to realize is that they're always going to have pitfalls and suffering in their life. Because they're always going to be in turbulence. If they're getting what they want, they're going to be happy. If they're not getting what they want, or if there's a low time where, they're not on these adventures and they're not, doing drugs or drinking or having these fun things happen in their life, they're going to be disappointed, or they're going to be bored. And they're going to be in the state of like, oh. Because what are they going to be focusing on? What they're going to be focusing on is getting the next hit, getting the next fun thing. So they're always going to be in the state of either extreme high or extreme low, extreme high or extreme suffering, because they're living to find happiness. So they're never really going to be happy. They're always going to be in this turbulent state. I have one close friend to me, and she's always like that. If she's getting what she wants, she's super, super, super happy. And she's like thrilled. But if she's not, she always wants more. Super annoying to be friends with people like that. You know, because it's like, you know, if you're living to be happy, like seriously, if you're like living to be happy and you're not living to achieve meaning or striving for excellence, I don't know, man. It's like, how are you ever going to be present or slow down enough to be grateful for things? I don't think you are. I don't think you'll be able to, you know? Once said, like, I don't have any time in my life for quick fix people. You know, quick fix people are, you know, people that instead of being present or instead of focusing on healing or going through the things that they need to go through in order to feel better or heal, they're focusing on things that will make them happy in the present moment, which are watching TV, watching Netflix, eating, you know, unhealthy food, doing drugs, drinking, sexual activity, relationships, all these other things. Anything to distract them from what they need to really be focusing on, which is the healing process or trying to achieve excellence within. You know, because you can never achieve excellence with, you know, this is like the samurai Ronin code, but you can never really achieve excellence, you know, with anything outside of yourself. You can never find fulfillment or happiness with anything outside of yourself. Anything outside of yourself is just going to be a quick fix. It's going to give you temporary happiness, and then it's going to go away, and you're going to be like, and then you're going to look for another thing on the outside of yourself to give you temporary happiness. And then that's going to go away, and you're going to be like, and then you're going to look for another thing. And it's this constant up and down roller coaster. So if you're getting something on the outside of yourself that's going to give you temporary happiness, you're going to be high and you're going to be very, very happy. And when you're not getting anything outside of yourself, you're going to be very low. And you're going to be just searching for the next thing, chasing for the next thing. So, you know, pretty much my whole goal in life is to just find meaning and like try to really stay away from people that are quick fix people or people that are just obsessed with just chasing things outside of themselves to find happiness. You know, people that can't focus on finding meaning within or fulfillment within the self, you know, by getting better at things. You know, not to achieve anything, not to achieve an outcome, or not to perfect things. There's a difference between trying to achieve excellence and trying to perfect things. You know, if you're living to perfect things, you're always going to be dissatisfied, or you're always going to have these like expectations for yourself that are very, very unhealthy expectations. You know, but by not having any expectations for yourself and just like not wanting to achieve a desired outcome and not wanting to be perfect at things, you'll be more calm and you'll be more confident because you won't put any of these desired expectations on yourself to perform. Because if you start to do that, if you start to think like, oh, this has to be perfect, I need to be perfect, whatever the case may be, you start to stop loving yourself unconditionally, you start to have conditions attached to yourself where all of a sudden you're going to start to feel like you're not good enough, or like you're not good enough unless you achieve this thing, or you're never quite whole. But once you don't put these expectations on yourself to be perfect or to enhance the self, you'll find yourself quite calm because you love yourself unconditionally. And you'll start to realize that everything you do is to dissolve the self. Where like you're no longer there, you're no longer here. You're existing. But you're not you anymore. You're just this thing that looks around in the present moment, in calmness. And essentially that's, being one with creation. Anyways, I hope you're having a great day. Take care, guys. Later.